Hey y'all, coming in here, welcome back to my channel. It's just a little rose water, just to, clear up the space, all the energies and everything. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so this was like a highly requested video. It's like a highly due video. So yeah, it is going to be called the Players Club. I'm gonna just call it the Players Club because I've already said I want to name it the Players Club. It reminds me a little bit of it, just a little bit, my own way, with a twist to it. But yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, go ahead and watch the last video. That is the club that I am talking about. I won't say it just for certain reasons, but if you know, you know. If you don't know, then go ahead, do your research. But okay, so I started at that club last year in October. I knew nothing of the club. I knew something about the club, but I never went to the club there, especially because like I live here in Delaware. It's just like it's a club here, whatever. So one of my friends, she put a word in for me that she put a word in for me that I was like, bartender, whatever, and I would probably be interested in working there. So she told me that she did it, whatever. The club owner found me. He DM'd me on Instagram, and when he hit me up, it was like a Thursday. I remember it to the T because of just how everything happened at this club. So he hit me up on a Thursday. I wasn't really doing much, so I got dressed. I headed down there, and I went in for an interview, meet and greet, whatever. So, mind you, like I said, that was a Thursday. So that Friday, Sky from Black Ink Crew, New York, was going to be coming down on Friday. So he hired me on the spot, whatever, and gave me a tour of the club. So that Friday, I was supposed to be just a bottle girl, but he called it something totally different at the time. They were like some angel, I don't know, it was like angel something, I don't know. But I was supposed to be a bottle girl. So I wasn't even, like, the party didn't even really start when I was supposed to like do the bottle girl shit. Like, they immediately just put me on the bar. I was on the back bar. And yeah, so like that was like my first night there. My first night there was cool. Like, I seen some people I didn't think I would see for. I was just like, oh shoot, like you come down here, oh, okay, cool, like whatever. I guess it's cool, like alright. But mind you, like I was there with my friend at the time. Like we were there together, so it really wasn't anything. But I just had the back bar to myself. So fast forward to all of that, homecoming comes, and it's like I probably was there for a couple weeks then, and I think this is when like I started to like really promote myself being there at the club, which is what you're supposed to do as a bartender. That's how you get your regulars, you get your clientele, you get all that. You're supposed to promote yourself. So one of the main celebrities that was like there for their homecoming was G Herbo. So I think if you follow me on Instagram, then you kind of like this part, whatever. So G Herbo was there, and like around that time is when the manager and I started to get acquainted, if you want to say. Mind you, I wasn't even at this club for a whole year, but we'll get there. But yeah, so I'm not even going to sugarcoat anything. I'm really going to go ahead and tell how I feel, for one, because I really don't give two shits anymore, honestly. Like, I'm way past it. I just wanted to let it out so I can stop getting the eyebrows raised and the questions that are continuously being asked. Like, I swear on everything, I'm over it. So this is when him and I first started to get acquainted. So we had a staff meeting at the club for G Herbo to go over like certain things, whatever, whatever. So mind you, this was a Monday. G Herbo was coming on that Friday. So we have a meeting on Monday, and the meeting's over. So he's like, what are you about to do? Whatever, whatever. So I'm like, I'm about to go back up top, which is like where I live, because mind you, the club was like 45 minutes away from my house. So I'm just like, I'm about to go back up top. I'm not really about to do anything, like whatever, whatever. I gotta be here tomorrow for $2 Tuesday. So like, why would I want to even, you know? So he's like, okay, well, let's go get something to eat. So mind you, it was like we went to Olive Garden, whatever, whatever. So we're sitting down, we're talking. He's like trying to get to know me more. I'm the new bartender, whatever, whatever. Came in there with like different type of energy, different type of vibe. Like I wasn't really talking to nobody. Still really wasn't fucking with nobody there. But that's beyond the point. So we're at the restaurant. We're talking. And I'm telling him, like, you know, everything that I do, like, I've done club promotions before. I've been modeling for this long, you know. I told him about my YouTube page, whatever, whatever. So he goes on to say, like, okay, well, are you looking for a manager? Yeah. Are you looking for a manager? So I'm like, you know, it would be cool and all. I don't really have, like, at that point in time, I didn't really know where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. You mean like I just knew I wanted to take more photo shoots. Like everybody, I'm just always like, I just want to take more photo shoots. Like just leave it at that. So the next day, I think that Tuesday, or it was like the following week. I don't know. It happened pretty quickly, but like we're at the restaurant and he's talking and he's like, yeah, I can do X, Y, and Z for you. Push come to shove, this what happened, yada yada yada. I also want you to, you know, just like set the tone for the club, do this, do that, like, yeah, I mean, like, I can really see great things. Okay, cool. It sounds good, right? So freaking the day comes, the night comes. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was like the next week or if it was the next day or whatever. Because like I said, I had to be there for Tuesday, which was that next night. So he gives me the contract. Shit, I wanted to show y'all the contract. He gives me the contract, and let me tell y'all that the contract it was an artist contract. So for one, that should have been a red flag for me. Mind you, I just was like, F it, like you, my club manager, whatever, whatever. I'm already working with you. So far, the money is good, so why not? So I only signed the contract for a year because I knew I only wanted to be at that club for no longer than a year. I think I did it for a year or 2 years. If I did it for 2 years, I really don't know what the freak I was thinking. But I think I only did it for a year. And when I put like the 1 or 2 years on the paper, he was like, "You only want to be with me for that long?" And I looked at him and I was like, "Yeah." Like, first I'm not about to sign my life away, which I kind of feel like I kind of did for those few months because that shit was just terrible. So I signed the contract, whatever, whatever. So a few months go by, and the club is just like, you know how the club is, for how the club life is. If you've worked it before, or you just know people of it. Just bartending, period. Like depending on where you are, where the club is, the nights y'all are open, who y'all have, y'all specials, just the bartender, you personally, like who you know, did you get your client, like everything that you as a bartender need to make your money. It all depends really on you, the atmosphere, the location in the club, honestly. So this club really wasn't shit. It kind of really was whack. It was always something happening, like always something happening. It's just like where the club is located, I don't like the people down there anyway. And I will always say it. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, that city, like, mind you, I'm from Delaware, but I'm not from Wilmington, and I'm not from Dover. Like, I'm from the country part, like, close to the beaches and stuff. So, like, I don't even associate myself with them, and I really don't associate myself with people up here. I just associate with myself with me. I'm a country girl, and that's it. But it just wasn't all the way put together. And like, if you personally know me, like I go, I rock with who I rock with, I talk to who I talk to, and if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, and that's just that. I don't care. Ain't no ifs, ands, and a buts about it. I can deal with you. I know how to handle you. Not really necessarily handle you, but like associate with you in an environment when everybody, some people probably do know I don't really rock with you, and some people probably do know I don't rock with you. And the people that don't know will never know. They probably can feel the tension or the energy, but you just could never really piece it together. So mind you, like I was trying to get acquainted with just even working in a club and working with these type of people in the club and just working with these other type of bartenders. You feel me? Because everybody doesn't mesh together in a bar. Let's just get that straight. Like everybody, when you go to a bar or a club, the bartenders that you see, they all don't fuck with each other. Okay, so like, just know that. Like everybody don't fuck with each other. They don't mix. Not everybody's just there to get their money, enjoy their night, and go about their business. So as I'm like getting more into working there, I'm getting to know some of these people. Events are going off, such as let out is happening and niggas is just fighting. What are y'all fighting for? For what? Security really don't do nothing. Y'all mean like the owner is somewhere doing his thing. The wife is sometimes she there, sometimes she not there. When she there, shit don't go popping off. When she not there, it's just like he don't know how to handle it. Like it was uneasy. Definitely kind of was unsafe. Now that it's shut down, we'll get to that part. But like it just wasn't. It just wasn't all the way up to par, and it's just like okay, some people, if I look over here, it's because I have some notes and I just don't really want to like derail. So like I feel like since I had signed that contract with that man and I started to really try to help them get this club to please not only just us the bartenders, myself, my money, and these people that are coming to the club to even spend money on this bar, I feel like all of that got taken for granted for in such a way for the fact that like personally, and I actually do have people that can actually vouch for me and actually have said it out of their mouths. Like I did a lot for that club for a little time that I was there. I don't care. I'm gonna toot my own horn, beep beep. I did a lot for that club. Most of them drink specials after a while when I was there. Let's say come um, December, January. So like December, January, February. That's what like G Herba was already there. Sky was already there. So we're talking YK Osiris. We're talking the baby. We're talking New Year's. Around all of that time, like I was the one that was really coming up with drink specials. I was the one that was trying to get everybody. I was the one that actually made everybody change how they came in there to look. You feel me? Like my first day on that Thursday when I went for my interview, I was looking like, this is what y'all wear. How are y'all making money? This is what they wear. I don't care. I'm saying I'm this disclaimer. I'm gonna say what I feel and what I was thinking. I don't care. Y'all looked a mess. Period. Yeah, sometimes I looked a mess too. But when I first came there, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna go ahead. Nah, this ain't it. Yeah, it was a mess. Like them drink specials I came up with, like all of that, making sure that the bar was being closed and open correctly. Nobody understands. Like I was getting the back end for that. Like I was getting the back end from the owners and the managers not being happy that other bartenders and shit wasn't closing the bar right. But because they looked at me at this such high bartender and all this other stuff, which I'm not getting paid extra for. Let's just start there. I'm not getting paid extra for. So whether or not that bar was packed or if it was empty, not even just that. When that bar was empty and nobody was at that club, I got paid $20. $20. That's it. $20. Okay? It don't matter if five people was in that club and they all five of them people went to two of us, or if I was just the one and I didn't really get that many tips. I got paid $20. So mind you, I didn't pay this I didn't sign this contract for this man to try and help me and get me more money on an aspect of my modeling and everything else. But I'm also in here busting my ass to do all this extra stuff to get $20. Okay. So when the bar isn't being closed correctly and shit is just not right, I'm getting messages in the morning that's waking me up and phone calls that's waking me up after just being there for X amount of time, driving 45 minutes back home. You know, I got a baby. I still got a whole other job. You feel me? Like, what? Oh, no, 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 no. So after a while, that's what led to me leaving. We almost there. So if you know, kind of, sort of, if you follow me on Instagram, then you kind of probably will remember this. But like, I remember I was at that club for so long. I was always stressing about that club, making sure everybody was straight. Like, everybody kind of would come to me about certain situations because they just felt like I knew more. I heard this before. Certain people would say certain things behind my back, or they kind of felt some type of way because they felt like I knew more than they did, or I was closer to the owner than they were, or it was just always some bull. And like that was never really the case. And like I'm such a loving and giving person, and I'm such an open person. Like, you can come to me and talk to me about anything. You can come to me and talk to me about whatever you're going through. Like, I'm going to be like a positive outlet for you. I will give you the advice that I can give you. Advice is advice. It's not for you to actually do. It's up to you to either listen and take heed and do what you got to do to handle your business, or you just needed another person's thoughts and opinions. I'm that person. Like, I just let anybody. You can come to me and talk to me about anything. So like, I feel like some people feel like because him and I were getting to that point where, okay, he's my manager, let's see what we can do. Obviously, we're talking about other business ventures other than the club. You know, I had an upper hand. No, that stressed me the fuck out. I like, between the club, me doing my own thing, being a mom, my other job, like, I'm stressed out. Home, I'm stressed out. My ass got led right, stressed the fuck out, led to the motherfucking hospital, passed out. Like, on an off day, I think. No, I think I was supposed to go to work that day. I was like out doing errands, and I got home and I just passed out. Boom, in the hospital. Like, my body was tired of being there, taking on all that bullshit that they weren't handling. Like, first of all, they had this girl. You know how when you cash, okay, so you cash out at the end of the night, whatever, whatever. So you count your drawer, you know, you count your tips, whatever, whatever. We were okay. So if you made over $50, you had to tip out. If you made less than $50, you didn't have to tip out. For some odd reason, niggas always had to tip out. And it wasn't even, oh, okay, well, that was a rule. That at first I believe that was the rule. Like, you had to tip out if it was $50 or whatever, whatever. So it's just like, after a while, niggas realize I'm always tipping out, but this person always saying they're not getting tips or whatever. So where's my money going towards? They had somebody in there stealing people's money after tip out. Bitch was stealing people's money. All this other shit. Like, it was always some weird ish going on. It was always some weird ish going on. And like, I just didn't. I like, at that time I was still just trying to like figure stuff out. Just, I was just always in the wind, you know. But I always kind of knew certain stuff. You feel me? So I already talked about the pay. I already talked about my kindness being taken for weakness. Um. So some people would say like the disrespect in that club, and it really wasn't really from the managers or the owners. It was really from the guest that's already been there before me. Listen, I'm a different type of bartender, okay? So I'm gonna treat you with respect. Just treat me with respect, okay? Everybody knows my drinks are good. Period. I make good drinks, whatever. But I just personally don't understand how they let some of their regular guests treat their bartenders. Like, it just wasn't ish. Like, they just gonna get what they just gonna get what they want when they want it. I'm sorry. Me as a new person coming into this club and this bar, I'm gonna treat everybody the same until your money starts talking to me more. if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to treat you the same, but if you keep coming back to me and you keep tipping me and you bring your folks and y'all, I mean, like, you like, I'm gonna really take care of you. I don't care if you was going to that club when it was first called the first name. You gonna wait, or you can go to somebody else. Now they might not make your drink the way I'm gonna make your drink, and you might be mad about that. And that's happened before. That has happened before, and that's one thing I don't like. I don't like remaking somebody else's drink. Just tell them how you want it to be made. How you want it to be made. Don't come back to me and tell me how the drink was made. You don't like it and that is like, it just makes me feel so uneasy because somebody like make remaking a drink and then that bartender is watching me, like, especially if that bartender is like conniving and I know she don't like me, whatever, whatever. Some nights I'm gonna be like, all right, F it, go ahead, girl, and I'm gonna give you a little extra. Sometimes I'm just like, just go back to them because I don't even feel like dishing into all of that. Like, it don't even gotta be all of that for real, for real. But the disrespect, like, okay, so don't rush me. Like, their regular guests and stuff will try to rush me, get mad because I'm talking to other people before them, or I took their order, but I'm still making somebody else's drink. I have you. I see you. I'm coming. Okay, the only thing that's gonna make me take longer is if you start banging on my bar. You bring your friends to try and get my attention. Yeah, I mean, like, you start saying slick stuff, but it's not enough for me to hear. I'ma just look at you, ask you if you done, and continue doing what I'm doing. You still gonna wait, but now you really gonna wait because I'm about to really take my time and I fuck around and take care of somebody else before you. Like, don't disrespect me. I'm coming. I'm here to satisfy your need and your wants in being here. Let me do that. Don't rush me. Don't be disrespectful. Because there's been plenty of times where I've removed myself from behind that bar in that club and took myself to the bathroom, took myself to the kitchen, took myself to the back of the club and the lounge area, took myself in the office to regroup myself from beating somebody the hell up for being disrespectful. Like, no. And it's just like sometimes they just really didn't care. Like, I would tell them, okay, there's one time, okay, so it's like they would be so disrespectful to the point where they would want, the owner, whatever, whatever, and I would tell the owner to their face, like, in the manager, they want to be disrespectful and pushy and all this other stuff. You go make their drinks, and it's not one or two, it's like 4 or 5 of them. Go ahead. I'm gonna take my ass over here, and I'm gonna go help such and such, or I'm gonna go and go on this side of the bar and do X, Y, and Z. That's another thing. Like, I would, if I feel like you was being disrespectful or anything on my corner of the bar, mind you, we all had our corners, but the whole bar was everybody's responsibility. So I would, honestly, sometimes I would, if I felt like my corner was just doing too much, and I knew that there was other people around me that I knew and that I knew that needed attention that's been sitting there for a while or regular, I would go and walk away, take my ass over there, and just handle that side of the war and let everybody else deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with too much yappity yap at the mouth, all of that. By this time, I don't even care about your tip. I just want you to take your drink, enjoy your drink, and enjoy your night, and get out my face. Like, honestly, like, it was just really like too freaking much, and that's like, that leads me to like the organization. Okay, so I talked to you guys about how I would come up with the drinks, mainly with the drinks or whatever, and the punches and stuff and the specials for every night. And like, I remember I came up with new shots and everything. There was a whole new $2 Tuesday menu. Like, I really like took time out for that club, just for that club to still bullshit me in the end, but I still rose from it. If you know, like, if you follow me on Instagram and you know me personally, but like, I took on so much ish from that club to the point where now, like, they don't even, like, okay, it's not even, they don't even talk to me. I set that in stone for them not to talk to me anymore. But like, I did so much for that, like, it doesn't make any sense. And how I left slash got kicked out, it's just like, And but the shit was going down to shreds anyway. It was terrible. Niggas was leaving left and right. Like it was, they were shooting just like every weekend. I feel like it was just always something. Like celebrities sometimes weren't happy really being there. You know, like celebrities that you feel like a club should pack out for, they wouldn't even, the club wouldn't even get packed out for it because one, the location, two, the owners, three, it's just like, for why? You just sometimes wouldn't even expect certain celebrities to go there. Like I said, like my first night, my first real night there, Sky was there, then G Herbo was there, then the baby was there, Miami Tip was there, YK Osiris was there, Dave East was there. Like it was so many people that was there, and then it was so many people that were supposed to be there that didn't even get to make it because of the owners and his pettiness. Like, come on. Um, so the contract led to nothing. I'm probably gonna go like back and forth, but like the contract really led to nothing. I had one, one, one photo shoot that he set up for me throughout this whole entire time I had this contract. One. I had one photo shoot. Um, and I have yet seen the proofs of it, and it's coming up probably on a year since I had that photo shoot. You know how to, like, certain stuff like that. It's just like, what? Everybody that's worked for this man that like knows who I'm talking about and that knows about this club. Like, if you do your research, you know I live in Delaware, so I mean the club shut down. Come on, but like everybody that has worked for this man or have had this man supposed to be on his side has fucking leveled up. Okay, leveled up to the gods. I don't care how far you've been. I don't care how far you are or are, you're not far at all. But like if you've dealt with this man and you are, well, now we're, nobody's dealing with the man anymore unless you choose to. But that's on you, you dumbass. But whatever. Everybody that has dealt with that man, like, just has leveled up. Everybody's happy. Everybody's go lucky. Everybody's doing everything that they love. And I feel like personally, like I needed that lesson. I needed to go through everything I went through there, the long nights, the early mornings, the text messages, the little fake ass meetings about what we should say and what we shouldn't say about our workspace. I'm gonna tell you that you're not going to mute me. You're not going to mute me and telling me what I want to say, what I should and shouldn't say, because now you're taking me from my freedom of speech. No, we're not going to do that. I don't care if it's going to hurt your feelings or not. You're not going to do that. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not going to happen that way. But it just really doesn't make any, it's so, I'm just glad I left when I left, and when I left I knew she was going to go down in flames, period. They already wasn't paying a freaking rent. Okay? They weren't paying their rent. They had stopped paying their rent. I think that's what it was. I know I just know they wasn't paying. They wasn't paying the man, and they had already had this other club backed up to the point where the owners was going through their own personal shit, and it was spilling into the fucking club, and that shit was spilling onto the workers, and that shit, it just started to get on everybody's nerve. Everybody was uneasy, on edge. It was always a problem every other single night. And nobody has time for that. Nobody wants to deal with that anymore. Like, and it was just, I personally was getting fed up to the point where it was just like I really didn't care to be there anymore. Like, I just was really just going there to make my money and be out, because it was always something the fuck wrong. Like, to the point where when we all started to realize that the club was really about to go down in flames, like, they had bought that other space and they just stopped caring about our club. Like, to the point where some of them punches didn't have the correct liquor that was supposed to be in there. Freaking, like, like, like liquid marijuana is supposed to have liquid marijuana is supposed to have Captain Morgan in it. Like, we wasn't putting Captain Morgan in it half the time because they wasn't ordering us our liquor bottles anymore. Like, nobody was doing Nobody was doing the truck right. Nobody was doing orders right. Nobody really cared anymore. Like, everybody was just like, what we got is what we got. Sometimes y'all Henny shots wasn't Henny. I'm just here to tell you what the fuck y'all wanted to know. Okay, y'all want to know this, I'm gonna let y'all know this. And it's not my club. I wasn't the owner, I was just the worker there. Some of y'all knew, some of y'all didn't know. It's nothing I can do about that. Remember when sometimes I would have Henny bottles tucked because everybody was drinking the Henny up, and I knew we didn't have that much Henny that would last us up until 11:30. We wouldn't. So I would really have freaking Henny bottles hidden behind the bar, and I will wait until a certain time to bring the other Henny bottles up. I would just be like, no, I don't got none right now. Just give me a second. Because the second wave of late people will want that. Like, I was looking out for y'all the best way I could, but I still got my ass handed to me about that. They still was mad about that. Oh, if we don't have it, we don't have it. Okay, well, oh, this is my money. Like, what you talking about? I still got to pay bills. It don't, gas not free to drive all the way down here for 45 minutes each way. Honey, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday. Honey, sometimes Sunday too. Like, what? Bike night was on Wednesday when people didn't want to freaking go to work sometimes. Who was they calling? Me. It could be 8:30, 9 o'clock. Clubs should be open by now. And they calling me. I'm in here with my baby. I'm in here with my baby trying to get her to sleep. Can you come down here? We don't have no bartender. X, Y, and Z. This, that, and third. For y'all to still only pay me $20? Okay. Okay. And now look where they at. Ain't got no club. And you try to lie about it? Try to lie about it? Get the fuck out of here. No. So that's where the turning point started to happen for real, into what led me in leaving / getting kicked out that night. So I just got fed up with, it was so many rumors going around with him messing around with people in the club, outside the club, the college kids, whatever. It was rumors. It was rumors. Some, I don't know. Like, listen, that's him. That's his life. That's the past life. It is what it is. But I got tired of it. I was tired of being associated with it. It's just being associated with the club, being associated with the club, which is linked to this man, which is linked to him and his bullshit. I was tired of it. So, yeah, I mean, like, I was already getting myself prepared to become a microblading artist. I was already getting myself prepared and working for myself, bartending for myself, all of that. Like, I was just preparing myself, and I feel like around this time is when I probably did start my spiritual journey. I just realized, like, I just wasn't happy pleasing everybody else, honestly. And, like, I felt like I was doing so much for this club, and I just feel like the club wasn't getting anything in return to give back to me, but it was all just coming to me. Like, everything that I was being blessed from, with the guests, the clients, the regulars, the money, and all that, like, the experience was all just blessing me and molding me to where I am now, what I'm doing now, because I'm working for myself now. I mean, I still have my other job, but, like, I get booked just for me to come and bartend for certain events. So I feel like I had to go through all of that, like, making the menus, new drinks, like, just just handling all this stuff, not really getting paid for it, but it was just to mold me and to teach me. I am grateful for it. I am appreciative for it, and all of that. But that's what led me to leaving, honestly. Like, it wasn't, I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't satisfied from them, like, I just wasn't happy. I was tired. Like, I didn't care to go anymore after a while. Like, I really just wanted to be there and get the shit over with for real. So that brings me to when I left. So I left June 12th, which is my birthday. It was a Tuesday. My birthday was a Wednesday, but I had to work. I worked $2 Tuesday. So yeah, I went to work that night. I was so happy that day. Like, I was like, yeah, somebody be 23. It's my Jordan year. Yeah, I mean, like, my friends had certain stuff, like, set up for me that I knew about, but I didn't really know about. But, like, so much it happened that night, yo. Like, So the night is going on, you know, everybody is like, okay, so at the club, like, you know, we were able to take shots with our guests and everything. So, you know, like, I knew that my real, like, my regulars that's really gonna be spending money, he was coming soon, like, they were coming soon, and I like didn't want to drink too much. So I was just like, I'm gonna wait till, like, you know, after 12 o'clock, everybody say, you know, everybody do their thing, you know, DJ have like everything lit, whatever. So 12 o'clock hits, they bring out sparklers. I think I had cupcakes and all this other stuff. Shots is flowing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still behind the bar, I'm doing my thing. But after a while, I'm just like, okay, I still got at least 2 hours to go through, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna go take a break. I went in the office, bro. This man is sitting in the office and he's sitting in his chair. Mind you, it was me and another girl. And I know how to handle that bar by myself. Packed, not packed. I know how to handle that bar by myself. I'm going to get to you when I get to you. I know how to do it by myself. It's no way that anybody should feel any type of way that there's another bartender by herself. And mind you, the bartender I was working with, I love her to death. Like, she's the sweetest person ever. And I know she was cool. And I wasn't about to be gone for no long ass time. You feel me? Like, I knew she was cool. She was alright. So I'm in the office, whatever. So I go to the bathroom. And at the time, the person I was talking to at the time, I call him and I'm like, I mean, like, I'm in the bathroom, So I'm on the phone with him, yada yada yada. So I'm getting out the bathroom, and I'm about to walk back out into the club because I'm in the office because the office had a bathroom. So he's talking to me. He's like, why did you leave her out there by herself? And are you drunk? And And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I just came here to call my dude and to use the bathroom. Like, they're trying to swarm me with shots. Do you want me to be on your bar drunk, or do you want me to make me some money, and we all go out of here and be cool? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, and him and I just start going at it. And I think by this time, no, at this moment in time is when I knew that I was over it. He had me effed up. I was done with that shit. And it was just a wrap for it. Like, fuck that shit. I don't care. So him and I are going back and forth. And honestly, like, I wasn't drunk. I was not drunk. I did take some shots, yes. But I think I was just full of rage and anger that night. Like, I'm just like, who the hell said I was drunk, for one? For two, I came in here to take a break because I'm hot. They want me to be in here drunk as hell off my ass. And I want to enjoy my time. I want to enjoy my birthday. And you about to ruin my birthday. And I just really feel like, y'all, I never have a great birthday. Let's just start there. I never have a great birthday. Like, my birthdays are never great. Just like this day. Like, so I'm just like, I just want to enjoy my birthday. Like, I'm here, and like, what in the world? Like, what is going on for real? And like, he's like, you left her out there by herself, X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, what are you? I'm going back out there, but you're not about to keep yelling at me. And I don't remember exactly what all led to this stuff, y'all, but him and we shared some words, and I was like, you ain't did shit for me since I signed that contract. I had one photo shoot, and that's that. You've been selling everybody high dreams. You out here effing everybody. Honey, when I say I let it out, to the point where I let it out so bad, to the point where he pissed me off. So, because I walked in there with I walked in there with a cup of water, I believe, or I just put the water up in the throat. I don't know. But I had called my other friend because she had left. I had called my friend at the time because she had left, and I'm like, yo, this is why I was already mad at the fact that she left, but she left for her own reasons too. But I'm just like, yo, this is why I didn't want you to leave, because I'm just like, I knew something wasn't going to be right tonight. And I'm like, as I'm calling her, like, him and I are really going back and forth, like, where it's a screaming match to the point where the club is going on. Everybody's like, where is Mia at? Security is coming in and out like, yo, they in there going at it. To the point where I picked up, I just remember the red Solo cup. Being on the desk. And I picked that shit up and I threw it. And when I threw it, I just seen the look on his face. And I was shocked that I threw it. But I didn't even care, because after I threw that joint, I looked at him. I said, yeah, now I know you really got me effed up in this bitch. X, Y, and Z. I said, just get my money from out my bucket. I'm coming back for my money, and that's that. Honey, I got escorted out that club the night of the, my birthday. Yes. As I had to leave everybody. Everybody's calling me like, yo, where you at? What happened to that? I'm like, no, fuck that club. Fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. I'm over it. Like, he's disrespectful. He don't care about nothing. He just wants everything to himself. Contracts from promoters, from other people he done dirty. Like, and everybody that, if you still mess with him, riddance. Like, mm. But other than that, me, I couldn't do it no more. I could not do it anymore. Like, after I threw that cup of water, I knew for a fact it was a wrap. I was about to take. I know for a fact I told him, you're not about to keep disrespecting me and shorthanding me, and even yelling at me like this, because I don't even deal with my own father yelling at me, let alone a club owner, a man that has 6 kids, and another businessman or a boss man that you want to call yourself. um you're not going to yell at me, you're not going to disrespect me, and that's just that. So for your thirsty mad ass, since you're so hot, here's some water. Like, no, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be disrespectful, any of that. So yes, y'all, that is why I left. That is how I left. After that, the man, freaking, I had to block him on everything. He was making fake pages, y'all. He was making fake pages. He was still stalking me from another page. He's the reason why my page got shut down, honestly, for like a week. Yes. Like, if you remember me hitting you up like, yo, just tag me in anything, keep tagging me and stuff, just keep liking my pictures, do all that. Because he reported my page and said some derogatory shit, and I had to really, I was emailing niggas that worked for Instagram. I was emailing Instagram to get my Instagram page back. No cap. Like, that's not even, I'm not even, like, I'm being so serious. I'm being so genuine. I'm being so honest. Like, the horror stories I hear about how he did other people also, and that he also he's done that to other people too. I know for a fact that it was him. And it's just like, you did me wrong. I didn't do you wrong. So why are you doing this? Like, I'm done with you. That night was that night. Yes, I called his wife when I left, and I told her everything. Told her everything. I said, I threw some water on your husband. I did this and the third. Your husband out here doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm tired of it. Y'all paying us $20 when nobody's in y'all club, and I drive 45 minutes. I gotta pay toll and all that. I'm surprised I dealt with it for as long as I did, because I am I don't no longer do that anymore. I no longer do that anymore. If you know me personally, you know you pay a deposit, you pay me my fee. I come, and that's that. Like, I do what you ask me to do. I give you my 100%. I'm such a businesswoman right now. I'm still learning and growing, but like, that, dealing with him in that situation, I'm not gonna say it's derailed me from wanting to work at a nightclub, but it kind of has, because it's just like, I'm too above all of this. Like, I don't know where I'm going next with like my bartending. I still, do special events and all this other stuff, but that just was just too much. Like, it was too much. And I still get asked like, oh well, like, even when the club was still going on or whatever, they were like, okay, we'll just kiss his ass. That's the wrong thing to say. I'm never gonna kiss nobody's ass, and I'm not about to kiss no grown ass man's ass who did me dirty. I didn't do that motherfucker dirty. He did me dirty. What? Like, no. No. But yeah, and now the club is no longer a club. Everybody there, I've been told them to leave. Nobody wanted to listen. Yada yada yada. Once I left, I was happy, child. I was happy. I was happy. Like, yeah, I had a rough month probably trying to get back into work, because I wasn't making money every night. But it worked out because I still had my other jobs, and I still have other outlets on where I make my money. Honestly, I'm always making money. Like, yeah, everybody, has their budget days or their broke days, whatever. But like, I'm always quick to figure out what I'm about to do next. So, but like, yeah, now the club isn't there, and yeah, I laughed at it like, haha. I knew it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming. Um, that's karma for real. Like that's karma. That's their universe that they have to deal with. And um, I want to say I wish them everything. I don't know how everything is going right now. I personally don't give two shits. I know I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I'm happy. But I just really wanted to go ahead and get this out there so y'all can have it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm just being totally honest. There was no cut corners. Like, they did me dirty, and that's just that. I brought on a couple people on there, and for those that I did bring on there, I didn't mean to bring them into that bullish, but it was just to give you an outlet to do what you want to do, which was bartending. You came to me, I put you on, and what you do with it is what you do with it. You know what I mean? Like, how y'all deal with it is how y'all deal with it. How y'all rock, how wherever you are now, I salute you. Like, I mean, we all had to deal with it. I dealt with it. I mean, before you got there. But like, yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I answered everybody's questions. If I didn't, just leave them down below in the comment section, or DM me on Instagram. Call me _Mia. Snapchat, call me _Mia. But yeah, I'm going to have the other video from the first video of me being in the club. I'll have that linked in the description box below. I'll also have my my Instagram handles in the description box below, and also my business emails for my microblading and for to book me to bartend. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was so long overdue. I apologize for the length of it, but this is what y'all asked for. I wanted to give you guys nothing but all the tea and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you go ahead and ring that bell for the notifications. All right, love you guys.